So the last time I did this was in July, and now we are in September. So even though it hasn't even been 2 months yet, because I'm recording this in the first half of September, and then I'm just gonna like put in the next event later. But this is the tier list that I have. It's literally almost such a huge tier list. I can't even get it all in full screen hardly. But this whole bottom tier is just new characters. These are the Mushoku Tensei event. This is the Enma event, and then this is the Tensura 2 event, and then I'll get the whatever events next afterwards. So why don't we just go ahead and get started? We're gonna go backwards order on these, and we're actually gonna start off with Rudius. Rudius is a tap inflator with fast fever and redrop. I mean, like, cool for score attack, but because of future Shogunyan, redrop strats are kind of just mid. So we're gonna put him down. We're gonna put him above pre-fill guy here. He also has redrop. I mean, he does have a better watch, but like he's got pre-fill. He has fast fever, so that allows you to bring Punigami, her, and lets you bring the double Z Dismeralda for score attack, for score boosting instead of the Komaki. Not the Komaki, there's just Komami. Komaki's the human form. Anyways, next up, we have Sylphiette. Sylphiette is a Soultimate filler with Revive and Link Big. So, for free-to-play Heartful, she's literally just better than Yotsuba, who is just a Fever Extender with Fever Fill. However, because they already have Zodiac Goddess, Chain Ability isn't the biggest deal, but it can still be nice since, it's a Revive. You already have, the character here, and it can let you get multiple Pekka. Where the heck is Pekka? Where did I put her? She's right here. It can let you get multiple Pekkos, and she's pretty strong because she's, a UZ+. So, doing her multiple times is pretty nice. So overall, I'd say probably about here as like a sub option. And better. We'll put her at the top of here. Because like, actually, if I'm putting Sun Mika here, I think I'll put her here. Yeah. Because like tough without Rem is like way worse, but I wouldn't even run Sylphiette as an option. I'd still bring Double Z Natsuki Subaru, because Double Z Natsuki Subaru is a Unity Revive character. So next up we have Elise, Eris. I'm gonna call her Elise because Eris is the one from Konosuba, and I don't want to have two of them, and I like Konosuba better. So she is an EX popper with pre-fill and the Mikakunin skill for either Ohajiki bonus or after fill. You don't really need the after fill, so you can safely get away with having her be an Ohajiki character. But because she's a throne, she has LB10 stats, making her not only a very powerful Ohajiki character, considering we also have access to Yuji plus Jabanyan, who's like, is he also a 31% Unity character because of the center trait? No, not really, because he's got mishmash stats, but it's still like 10% stats. So, I mean, yeah, Eris, she's pretty dang powerful. Especially, like, I know, like, Sal here is saying that, like, Gunshin's better. But if you're running Kaiju for his pre-fill, I can just get rid of this one. I just had that to, like, set up this one because, like, this is by Azure, and it just doesn't get updated as regularly as I want. So, I have to, like, add my own characters. I have to, like, recheck my list. So, Kaiju, in case you forgot, is pre-fill, inflate 4, where any size 6 or larger Puni can fill the fever gauge with a 60% activation rate. That's really freaking good. Basically, it allows you to take a counter to get into fever time. And you want to know what's crazy? I have never ever mentioned this. But if you really wanted to, you could literally just do instant double fever strats with him. There is no need to, because Tough can already do like 4 million at least. But they're really freaking good. So Tough is definitely the best Gate of Whimsy team, I would say. They're just like actually crazy. But if you want to bring her, like here you have Sal's teams and explanations and stuff like that. Right here we have this Unity for Kaiju and Easier Assaults plus LB10. So if you wanted to bring Kaiju, you can have her since she's LB10, so that way anytime you do use her Soultimate, she is literally the strongest. I don't know if you'll get more stats out of Zero Beyond or not, but I mean, he just has Unity, so you would have to spend 2 of the Puni to inflate from Yokaiju to get him. then another one to get Rem, and then you'd want another one to get his Soultimate back, but I mean, I guess you could do 2 Rems. But if you have Elise, you can just spend it both to get Yokaiju back and get Rem, and then just link Eris herself. So overall, I'd say she's pretty dang good. Up here with these ones, yeah. Not only because she's just, usable as an LB10 character, but we also have Ohajiki bonus. So actually, I should put her up here with Peko. We'll do this. Not quite as good. It's weird. We're just gonna keep her down here. I know I tried to move her back up, and I was like, but I find Tamonten Ren better. And I was like, but I'd rather have a Fever Extender for one of the best teams compared to this. And I was like, I really like Mysterious. I mean, Eerie right now. So yeah. And then finally, UZ plus Roxy. UZ plus Roxy is a 100 combo popper. If you don't know what that is, it's an all popper that does like double damage, or has like a double Soultimate multiplier. The actual damage is far more than doubled when you have over 100 combo. Since you already want combo, obviously this is just like a free condition to get. And she's got Drop Big and Slippery Unity, and her center trait is 8% more HP and 2% attack. Oh yeah, she is the reason that Slippery is functional now. She is absolutely one of the best characters that we've had in like quite a while. And she's actually like a huge buff to the team. So we're going to put her right here. Golden Claws with that guaranteed starter range that's like 100% consistent is just a little bit better in my opinion. But you could 100% argue her to be like one of the best characters in the game. It's just the rest of Slippery doesn't really have anything to like compare. I mean, they got Kyra, who's like good. But I haven't done my tribe tier list yet, so this isn't going to be like 100% perfect. I mean, maybe next event I'll do my tribe tier list, and then I'll like do some adjustments in here because of tribe. Because of course I am like factoring in tribes. I'm factoring in their kit, which just gives me a general area of where I think they would be. And then if their kit is good, I see what the rest of the tribe has access to. Like for example, UZ plus Komaki. I mean, she sounds pretty decent when you look at her kit in a vacuum, because she's got any large Puni can fill her own gauge, which is just nice. Fever Fill, and is a Fever Extender, and buffs all female characters. So that's pretty dang good, until you realize Charming already has UZ Komaki. So, you've already got 2 characters. If she was on, like, Mysterious, she probably still wouldn't be that good. But Mysterious is predominantly women. I mean, until now, but, like... yeah. So anyways, now we're going on to the Enma event stuff, so we'll get the Nyanma one afterwards. And we'll start backwards. Again, we start off with the worst. 100 Tails Jane. Oh yeah, we're in easy pluses. 100 Tails Jane is a all-popper Fever Extender with Fever Fill and Fast Fever. She's the only Fast Fever for Enma outside of New Year's Kyra, who came out like around when Triple Z's first started. He came out in freaking December of 2021. Yeah, he's really old, and he's the only other Enma Fast Fever character. I know there's like Goku Enma, who's got the Fever pre-fill, but you're not running him. So, if you don't have New Year's Kyra, she is 100% almost required, and so I think she's going to go right about here. Voodoo Boy Gold, great. It's the Fast Fever, and being a Fever Extender is just a little bit better. And Voodoo Boy Gold, you don't even need him anymore. I mean, you can get high numbers with him, but it's way more consistent to get high numbers if you don't bring him, so... yeah. I mean, he's still good, obviously, but, like... he's over a year old, so cut him some slack. Anyways, next up we have Rutin. Rutin is a Soultimate filler with Redrop and 100 Tails Unity. Funny thing about the Enma team, it is predominantly 100 Tails. You got King Enma, you got Melik, you might have her, and then obviously himself. All of these characters get 28% attack and defense. What? Not defense, HP. 28% attack and HP. That is really freaking good. So he actually is just like Arachnus, but for 100 Tails. Which, I mean, kind of sucks, but I think he's just good enough to go here. The reason for this is because, he's an enabler for these two. Like, he literally is one of the reasons that the Enma team is like usable as free to play. So I think he's pretty dang good. And plus the stats buff is gonna be super nice. And if there's ever like a 100 Tails Ohajiki, or you get a Whimsy or something, I don't know. There's gonna be some sort of use for it. The same reason. Where's Nanda at? Nanda, I mean, I should adjust him since we have more 100 Tails characters. I think he's about here. Not the greatest buff, but I mean he's slippery. And like Rutan at least he's usable on the actual Enma team, and he's not. He's not usable on slippery. But that's neither here nor there. Finally, we have Melik for UZs. He is a 100 combo popper with a drop big, and any large Puni can fill his gauge. He's really freaking good for the Enma team. He's a very powerful damage dealer that also is pretty spammable. So we're going to put him right here. The reason is because Smogmella is not only on a better team, but also has the attack boost skill, which is really freaking good. Where the heck is she? Oh yeah, she was in the second one. She has the attack boost skill. And in case you don't know what that does, any size 4 larger Puni of this character has a 75% chance to increase team's damage by 2%, up to a 40% max. So if you get 5 stacks of that, that is 10% extra damage for everyone. It gets very powerful very quickly, considering how easy it is to get. Yeah. And then Mika's just a whole rank higher. So, and she's also on a better team. And then finally, King Enma. UZ plus King Enma is a pre-fill revive EX popper. Literally just a better version of Jane. So, he's pretty dang good. We're going to put him here. Because he's on a worse team than Elise. He doesn't have the permanent Ohajiki bonus. That's why. He's great, obviously. But, I mean, we're comparing all the characters together. Of course, he's not going to be, like, up here. Like, Salome's up here because she's spammable. Like, Link Big EX Pop is very nice, especially since they have Smogmella as an option. I mean, you got, like, other options, but, like, Salome's just so spammable, it's super nice. So, yeah. And then finally, UZ plus Dame Dead Time, or Young Dead Time, because that's their beautiful form, I guess, is what that was from the wedding event. She is an Inflate 4 with Drop Big and Shady Unity, and her center trait is more Shady stats. Oh yeah, King Enma's is more Enma stats. So, cool that he's actually buffing Enma. So she is incredibly spammable, gives the team incredible stats, and also allows for some crazy chain ability, while also letting Jane do whatever she wants to do. Oh yeah, if that doesn't sound broken, I don't know what is. I'm actually going to put her right here. Because, like, yeah, I think so. Because, like, the Soultimate fillers are nice, but she is the chain ability. They, like, allow other characters to go again. Other characters don't need to go again when Dead Time's spamming herself. But then these three are Fever extenders, so they just provide more damage. And then Elzamekia does 500k per Soultimate. So, in case you forgot, yes, she actually just hits so incredibly hard. Dead Time is really spammable, but Elzamekia not only provides tons of stats, just like she does, but she's so freaking spammable. And I know that Dead Time is not spam. She's not spammable. She's so powerful. And I know Dead Time is really spammable, but Heartful does have a ton of options for, like, spammability. They got Asu, they got Orihime, Natsuyomi, they got Doll Yu. There's tons of, like, options. They got Summer Setsuna, so, like, there's a lot of options for you to be able to spam Elzamekia a ton, so. And the fact that she's in 3 Soultimates, like, actually, if you do 4 Soultimates, she literally just kills the throne, so. Because, like, she's gonna do, like, 2 million, and then, like, the rest of the Soultimates you got are gonna deal with the rest of the damage for the throne. It's actually kind of crazy. So, then we have, Tensura. We're gonna go backwards like this. So first up, we have Yuzi Milim, Dragon Armor Milim. She is a tap inflator with easy link, and any large Puni can fill her gauge. This is basically the skill you want to have as a score tech character for now, since Future Shogunyan is really good. Basically, if you don't know what he does, he inflates the 5 largest Puni, pops them, does damage all within, like, an instance. He freezes the fever gauge, and then pops, and then basically the strategy revolves around. Okay, I was making sure I had the right Akane's. The strategy revolves around using a tap inflator to make Shogunyan one of the large Puni, and then manipulating the board in such a way with like bonus balls or something in order to inflate Shogunyan and get the tap inflator back, which is why we have a bunch of characters where any large Puni can fill their gauge, because then it makes it so that way, in case we only get one Puni of theirs, we can still get their Soultimate back. And then we use attack boosters, where popping their large Puni can fill other gauges. Basically, you're trying to make a lot of large Puni to get your tap inflator back, and then using said tap inflator to get future Shogunyan back. That's the loop. And Dragon Armor Milim is pretty freaking good in my opinion, because she is slippery and has access to the 50% attack watch. Basically, there's a watch where if you put their slippery character in the center, they get 50% more attack. That's really good. I'm going to put her as one of the best score attack characters. She might be better than Akane, but Akane, where is she? I need to see if she has a different thing. Any Puni is a 70% chance. 70% chance. Okay, so it's about the same. Akane has a higher Soultimate multiplier and has a higher attack stat, but with the 50% attack watch, it might let Milim do more. But she's got redrop, so honestly, you can go back and forth on which one you want. It doesn't really matter to me, because they're both really freaking good. Next up is Diablo. Diablo is an LB10 all popper that gets stronger with each use. If you don't know, from the third time onward, their Soultimate will be at its strongest. But it's still just worse than a 100 combo popper, so he sucks. He's got pre-fill, which actually does give him a good use as an auto character. Apparently, he's like one of the fastest Soultimates in the game. So if you don't have someone like Snow Palace Blizzaria, which is probably a lot of you, because that was at the end of 2024, or it was like the first event of December. So if you don't have her, he's pretty dang good, and it's also really nice because he also has a Mikakunin skill. He's either got damage fill, you do not want damage fill, or he's got a Ohajiki bonus. Basically, he is a slave for both autoing and Ohajiki. So overall, he's actually pretty usable. Like, viable units with good uses? Heck yeah, bro. We'll put him... I will fix Head of Steam in a minute. I completely forgot about him. Actually, I should probably put him up here. If I have Blizzaria here. I mean, many strong uses. If I have these... I'm going to put him up here. Being both an auto slave and an Ohajiki slave while having LB10 stats, that's pretty dang good. I know a lot of people are not going to, like, agree with me. I could put, like, a whole, like, tier below here that's just, like, slaves. And then have, like, a bunch of auto slaves here, like Snow Blizzaria, because she's not used on the main team anymore. Omen and, yeah, sure. I'll fix this afterwards. And then we have Rimuru Raphael. Apparently, this Rimuru is, like, mind-controlled or, like, being possessed by someone. Apparently, it's a girl. But the character does not get the U2 watch, so I'm still just going to call him Rimuru. I'm going to call him Ghost Maru because he looks like he's dressed as a Halloween ghost. So anyways, Ghost Maru is another 100 combo popper with Link Big and the attack boost skill, and is mysterious. So literally take Summer Smog Mela. Instead of Drop Big, he's got Link Big. So he is actually slightly better. I'm going to put him above Mika, because Mika is the same thing, except she's got a much worse second skill. Linking her Puni can fill her gauge. She's already got Link Big, bro. I know she's, like, hits harder and, like, has access to Supernova Asu, not the Moon Asu, for, like, more buffs. But I don't really like Moon Asu, and I just find Aqua to be, like, more easy to use, and her heal makes up for the HP difference. So you lose a little bit of damage from this, but then you get the friggin' attack boost skill, which I think is more valuable. So we're gonna do that. And even if, like, you're like, oh, but you'd like nerd out, and you're like, it actually is a little bit better to have Ginga Mysterious. I still think they're the second worst team in the game. Spoilers for the tribe tier list in case it's not already out. Yeah, I still think they're the second worst team in the game. Which isn't, I mean, it's not to say like they're the second worst, it's just like they're the 8th best. Enma's still the worst, or the 9th best. And then finally, Yuzi plus Rimuru. This is an Eerie EX popper with drop big and either afterfill or Eerie Unity. And then center trait is more Eerie Unity. You want the Unity for Eerie because it makes them actually broken. They're actually crazy. So we're going to put him. Where should I put him? He's really freaking good. Do I want to? I don't. Even though he's on like a better team, because I do think Eerie is better than both of these. Drop big just isn't as good. Drop big's such a pain sometimes. I'm going to do, and then I'm gonna start working on some arrangements. So this, I think that we're gonna do this. Actually, we're gonna do this. I think Megumin's time in top tier is finally gone. Jane is just so much better because Shady just has like such crazy stats, and she heals and guards, has support to help get her Soultimate. Megumin just has UZ plus Megumin. So yeah. Then I think this is good for now. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I definitely think he's better. Even though he's not used on the team anymore, having Revive is very nice. Like, Charming would actually do super good if they had a Revive. I'm going to put him above both of them since he's used. Komaki, I don't like redrop. So I'm going to do... He's pretty dang good. We're not going to do that, though. We're going to do this. She's really freaking powerful because she's also just got... She's either, like, huge buffs to this character or, you know, just a good fever extender. So even once Megumin's gone, we're still going to be using her, so... Yeah, I do Dahlyu's a little bit better, just because Summer Setsuna is not necessary anymore, but she's still really powerful. UZ plus Mara, I do still think is on the main team, because she's just super powerful. You're pretty good. You're... Nah, we'll keep that. Swirlius Gold. Swirlius Gold just kind of doesn't really do anything. I mean, he does, like, crazy damage, but, like, everyone does damage nowadays, bro. So... And he needs like a lot of support to be able to spam himself. He needs both Elzamekia and Komaki. Like he needs Komaki to be able to do multiple Soultimates, but Komaki needs Elzamekia to get his Soultimate. He's not nearly as easy to spam as Snow Blazzaria, so yeah, he's just not that crazy. Subaru's fine, Mara's fine. They're both Unity characters. She can be a damage dealer even though it's RNG based. Seiryu, I think, is just on a worse team and just doesn't really do anything aside from being a Unity stat stick. I mean, he can be a fever extender, but it's inconsistent to get his Ultimate. I do think Sakuchan is just better to have. Actually, I do kind of think that they're just better because I do think Eerie is like better on a team, and even though these two, like Mara is like really good, but she just doesn't have a skill to get her Ultimate. I mean, Arachnus at least has redrop, and when you do get his Ultimate, he's a Ultimate filler. Which helps because Rimuru has drop big, so even if you get like Mara, if you have Subaru, you're gonna get her again, but she can just fail. Like at least with Arachnus, you're gonna be guaranteed to get Rimuru, which is powerful. That's pretty good. Seiryu just doesn't really do anything. Omen Enma, I do still think is actually, if we're gonna move him down here, he's not used on the main team anymore, and it's just not really good enough to run him anymore, but he is still a golf bonus that buffs everyone and is an auto slave. So he's actually the same thing as him. They're both auto slaves. He's better for autoing for Y points, but he just has a better type of bonus. So yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, we'll do that. Snow Blazzaria, we're gonna move down here, and now we're gonna put her down here. She's got a good use in autoing. It's just auto is just like drop big spam. It's just faster. Hangetsu is definitely like way better than these characters. I do think she's better than him because like you can just like not have Swirlius Gold and the team is like only a little bit worse. If you don't have Hangetsu, the team's just like a lot worse. Better than her. Is it better than a Unity Soultimate filler? Yes. Better than Mara? I would say so. You can get away with not having Mara. You can not really get away with Tough. Like Tough goes from like a mid to high tier character to the best team in the game because of Hangetsu. I think this is good because like you can use Dahliu all the time to get like throne autos. And Summer Setsuna, if like I mean, there's never really like a time anymore. But if like the throne has like a nuclear normal that you just haven't sealed away, you can use Summer Setsuna to get around it. We haven't had to do that in forever, but it's possible. So yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Like say Ryu, as even though I did say he's like inconsistent to get the Soultimate of, he's just better than Mysterious characters. Like Slippery's just like a lot better than Mysterious. So yeah. All right, I think the top tiers is pretty good. Viable characters, Agatha's going down by a lot. How about here? I don't really like using Komaki on Charming. Like, and then Agatha, even though she's not used on the team, she's the same tribe as Zodiac. So if you have two Heartful characters, like let's say the Gate of Whimsy team is like Tough is allowed, Heartful is allowed. I mean, even just that, you got Gunshin, you got Rem, you got these two, and then you got the bonus. Shoot, your healing's gonna be crazy. So yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, even if you don't have Rem, you can have like an Appearless character. I mean, there's surely an Appearless character for Tough. Or you can just like find whichever one fits the tribe restrictions. Moon Asu. Nah, I was gonna say he's a little bit. He might be. Actually, I do think he is a little bit better because a full Ginja team is possible because of him. So that's my reasoning. My reasoning for it. Supernova Asu, he's good. It's just Orihime Natsuomi exists who buffs other characters. It's easier to get his ultimate, but the unity is really, really powerful. Itsuki's fine. These two aren't really good enough anymore. Snow Spectare's fine, and then Head of Steam. Head of Steam, I swear, the way that some people defend him, it's like this guy saved them from a burning building while they were choking. Like, I swear. He's good, and I'm going to put him... where do I want to put him? We can put him here. Yeah. Because I would rather have Doll U, because Doll U has applications outside of the Heartful team. I know there's like a video where someone used Head of Steam, like on every single team, like every tribe, and like almost exclusively used him and won. That was because it was an Eerie throne, and I guarantee you that man probably lost about 10,000 Y points worth of grinding just to get those clips. So it's theoretically possible. I could do the same thing with. I could bring Golden Claws on any team. I could bring Jane on any team. I could bring Rem on any team. I could bring Aqua on any team. There's like a lot of characters you can do that with. Not exclusively spam. He is very powerful, but yeah, just like you got to understand. He's powerful. He's good, but he's not like a top tier. He doesn't. He's just a damage dealer, which everyone here is a damage dealer. And while he's really good at damage dealing, all he does is damage dealing. I mean, he's a fever extender too, but every team already has a fever extender, so yeah. And plus, you're not gonna get rid of the fever extender for Heartful because she's a freaking Unity character, so she brings more stats. So that's my reasoning. Megumin, we're actually gonna put her down here. There. Are you happy now? The rest of these characters are Unities, or Golden Claws with guaranteed starter range, or Yokaiju for enabling Hangetsu. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then Megumin's both an Ohajiki bonus and can deal like 1,000,000 damage in one Soultimate, which is very powerful. And she has Revive for the team, so they have more survivability because of her. So then, Miku, we're gonna put him above because of his bonus balls, helping get both Jane and Yashiro. I mean, you got Dead Time now for that, but like, I think he's just a little bit better. Marine, we are gonna move her down because Rimmeru's just replaced her by now. She's still pretty good though. We're gonna put her down here. Venoct, I'm going to put Asu above just because we have UZ plus Roxy now, and so buffing Roxy is more valuable than buffing yourself. So yeah. Oni King, because Enma's usable now, I am actually going to move him right here. Because New Year's Kyra exists, you want to bring him. But because he's got like a replaceable option, he's going to go behind King Enma. King Enma is just better. So then, is that kind of it? Kyogetsu, I like the best out of all of these characters. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, we'll do this, maybe. A little bit of this. Yeah. Beatrice. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll keep that. And then these two, Jane is like falling off a cliff. We're gonna put her down. Where should I put her? Because you can't even like run her anymore. Here, here, sure. Like Marine, if you want to run her as a fifth option on the team, you can get away with it because this guy's got drop big. So you can actually do a little bit of EX popper loops. So, I mean, she's still usable as a fifth option on the team. So, I mean, yeah, she's usable. If you're missing, like, Arachnus, then you can have Mimi, Sakuchan, Rimuru, Marine, and Okumo. I think that's a usable team. They're so strong, I mean, it obviously is usable. So then, we're gonna do this. Perma bonuses are just a little bit more valuable. Well, it's just more valuable than BD. BD is just not usable anymore. Same with Asu. Skulk is more usable on the team though. This guy, he's still like the second best EX popper for Slippery, and he's still usable because there's no one to replace him for free to play. Santa Rem is fine there. He's an in-spirit slave. Mamarina, I mean, we can put her here because there's the funny Iris Guard strats. So, she's usable for that, I guess. And then the rest of this, I think, is pretty good. I mean, we can do that. The attack boost skill is pretty nice, I guess. I still see some people use, like, a pre-fill Soultimate filler to get Megumi, and it's just like, bro, are you stupid? That, like, people were doing that when she came out. You should not still be doing that, bro. Get over it. And then the rest of this, I think, is pretty good. Score attack tier looks good to me. Yeah. I mean, Lotus Ren, I do kind of value the attack boosters more. I mean, he does actually have that 50% attack watch, so I shouldn't be, like, discriminating. So he actually is a little bit better than Milim is. Is there any slippery attack? No, there's no slippery attack boosters. There's no charming attack boosters. Yeah, so they're about the. I mean, he's just better, straight up. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So overall, that is it for the first half of the event, and then we'll go ahead and do some rearranging later, I guess. Okay, it's been like a hot minute since the last clip. I waited for the being a prequel event, and here we are. I don't remember anything I've said, but not only do I have the characters, but I also realized that we were missing Saku-chan, Sun Mika, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, we're missing Sun Mika, Smog Mela, and also that's it. Oh yeah, and Bunny Mika adult. So let's rank them first. So first up, we've got Smog Mela. She is a 100 combo popper with the attack boost skill and link big. I mean drop big. It's Ghost Rimuru, that's the same thing, but link big. In terms of attack stats, this one's 1600, and Rimuru is 1610. So not only does he have a better skill, but he has a slightly higher attack stat. But I still think, yeah, still better than Orihime Mika. So basically the way that she became a Nyando is during the anniversary event, 9th anniversary or whenever it was. Well, we had like this Elzamekia as the throne. You could like vote for a character, and when Mika came out, she just like far and away passed everybody and became number one. I think they wanted Elzamekia to win, so they made her kit mid and then released these two behemoths to power creep her. So poor Mika, but she's cooler than Elzamekia, so that's fine. Anyways, next up, Saku-chan. I've already put her on a tier list, and she goes right here. So I'm actually going to do this, then this, then this. Even though Akane has a better attack stat, better like skill set than Arachnus, and theoretically should compared to Saku-chan, their kits just like work way better with what Eri has than what she has with Mysterious. I mean, her with Mysterious, you can get a Salome and then a Rimuru, but you already have Okayu for that, so you don't need to use her ultimate. And in all honesty, let's do this. Not gonna go above her. Eri's really freaking powerful. I'll do a tribe tier list at some point for September, so Yeah, in case you don't know, she's a Unity Select Popper with Revive and LB10 stats. She's pretty powerful, especially with Milim to buff her. So yeah, pretty cool. Then we have not Summer, just Sun Mika, Apocalypse Survivor. She is an Inflate 4 with Guard and Damage Fill. So, not the best, but I mean usable. I think I put her on a tier list like here. So that's cool, I guess. I mean, we should do this. Yeah, sure. She's not quite on the level of these characters. I mean, like Skulk. Skulk we can put up here. We can put him up there. Sure. Actually, no. Never mind. I take it back. The reason Mimi's so good is because of the attack boost skill. And she's just more spammable, so... Yeah. She at least has guard, so you can get away with weaker teams. She can, like, bring up teams better. He can't, so... Sure. And then finally, Bunny Mika is a tap inflator with pre-fill, and any large Puni can fill her gauge. So, good for the strats, right? Jupiter Death's a little bit better. So, but she's got the Gingo Watch, which actually increases her multiplier, so we're gonna do that. Sure. Then that works. Sure. Whatever. I like the future Shogunyan strats, so these characters get prioritized. He's the best redropper, so we're we're just gonna put him down here. Sure. But he's actually a little bit better because redrop. And then these two are weaker, but they also still have the that, but I think these attack boosters are just more valuable. It doesn't matter if you're like, oh, this attack booster is better than this attacker. Like, who cares? Like, so this is just like the score attack. It's just vaguely, the more to the left you are, like, just like ignore the attack boosters being here, and you can just have these here. You can just like go like this. Yeah, this is an attack booster. All right, now we've got the new characters. Let's start off with start like this. Sure. So first up, we've got Actually, we'll start off with Mangetsu. Mangetsu is a select popper with drop big and Ginga Unity for 28%. So for the actual Shady team, she's like literally useless. But for the Ginga team, which in case you do not know, is Moon Asu, Annie Mika. Then personally, I like to bring Black Hole Asu, Kyogitsu, and then original Mangetsu. But now we can replace original Mangetsu with little Mangetsu. And honestly, it works. It works pretty well. What do I value her as? Honestly, the Ginga team is pretty good. I think it's better than It's about on the level of Enma. So, sure, we'll do that. Plus, she's like buffing. She can buff future Ginga characters since apparently this is a new series. So, that's cool. I mean, who cares about these? Like, we'll do this. Because he's at least good for seal stages, but she's better for thrones, so they have their strong niches, actually. Yeah. Now, where I had her was fine. Kyogitsu's, like, cool for, like, drop big stuff, but she's mainly used for the Ginga team, in my opinion. So, he's usable for a full 100 Tails team, which is cool. So, yeah. They're about the same. Like, the tier list isn't, like, 100% perfect. It's more so just, like, the general idea. Usually, the more to the left you are, the better you are. Like, obviously, Blizzaria is way better than Sun Mika. Megumin is way better than him. This one, I mean, Jane is the worst of these three. Zodiac is definitely just worse than Aqua. You can argue these two, like, all you want. Like, Aqua just lets you survive, but Rem can let you, like, speed up clears. There's, like, different uses for them. Usually, it's just, like, the tier and, like, a general area. If you want to, like, switch numbers around, whatever. Like, the tier list isn't going to be, like, 100% perfect, but it's just my opinion. And how much I care for a character. And how much of an agenda I want to push. Anyways, next up, we've got Hangetsu. Hangetsu is a tap inflator with in-spirit skill, and popping any large Puni fills her own gauge. She's just like Mika, but worse. Worse. Yeah. Because, like, why would you bring her? Actually, what is her attack stat? I don't know. I do not know. Let me check Jupiter Deaths, and I feel like his is just higher. Like, I do feel like his attack stat is just higher. I can, like, check in game real quick. Where is he? Multitasking. Okay. He's got 1800 attack. Yeah, Hangutsu is like 300 away or something, about 200. Yeah. So he's just better, and he has fever fill. So yeah, just slightly better. And because she does not like the Gingo Watch for Mika characters and for Asu characters, it increases their Soultimate multiplier, basically making them have like Nyanbo multipliers or something, which actually does make a huge difference comparatively to characters of their rank. I mean, usually, unless they're like LB10, in which case it's not that big a difference, unless you have them LB10. But yeah, so whatever. Next up, we've got Shingetsu. Shingetsu is an attack booster with her large Puni filling other gauges, and she's got redrop. So she's like a jack of all trades type attack booster. So definitely better than Punigami. Because like I mean, Punigami's good for like redrop strats, but she's good for she's usable for both redrop strats and future Shogunyan strats. So even though he's got Fever Fill, which means you never have to worry about getting up his Soultimate, you're eventually going to get her Soultimate anyway, and for future Shogunyan strats, if you're good enough, you can just go on forever, so doesn't really matter. Yeah, these ones are better because they have Fast Fever, and even, like, she's like the fourth best attack booster because the Niji Sanji Triple Z, I can blow him up here. The Niji Sanji Triple Z Brave guy, I forgot his name because I don't care, but Kagami, he's got his Puni fill other gauges, and then he's also got the attack boost skill, which is really freaking good. So you have one of these two depending on your tribe. This guy's tough, right? So yeah, if you bring her, then you can have him, and it'll work pretty well since they got a little bit of unity there. She's fine, like the fourth best attack booster. If you don't have either of these two, and like maybe you don't have the double Z Dismeralda, and you have to bring the Z rank Konami, the Dragon Slayers one, she's usable. So, I mean, cool if you're missing these two. And yeah. Next up, we've got Young Mika. Young Mika is a charming UZ plus Inflate 4 with pre-fill and revive, and then increases female yokai HP by 6% and attack by 2%. So, pretty mid, in all honesty. About here, sure. Like, you might think, like, she does more damage, but Charming, unironically, if Charming is, like, running her, the Charming is worse than Mysterious. Like, the only thing that would make it better is Golden Claws, but honestly, like, if you just, like, don't have Akane, or, like, maybe you don't have Okayu, and you're instead running Mika, that team is probably better than Charming without Gold or Blizaria, and you're instead running her, so, or like, them without a Unity, so. Yeah, sure, that works. Works well. Alright, finally, Retinaido. This guy is pretty interesting. He is a, I keep calling him Retinaido. No, it's just Retinaido. Like, I keep thinking he's got, like, two I puns in his name, like Retina and I. But no, it's just Retinaido. He's an Inflate 4 with pre-fill and 95% of Fever pre-fill. And he's got Eerie, 3% HP, 7% attack. 95% of your fever gauge being filled means you have to link two Puni together, and you are in fever time. So, like, theoretically, he should be, like, one of the best yokai in the game. But, for the Eerie team, which, in case you forgot, is Sakuchan, Arachnus, Rimuru, Okumo, and Mimi. In this situation, you would very likely replace Mimi. But, Okumo cannot get her own Soultimate, as she has Fast Fever and Revive. Sakuchan cannot get her own Soultimate as she is Unity and Revive. Arachnus can't get his own Soultimate because he's Unity and Redrop. And Rimuru cannot get his own Soultimate because he's Unity and Drop Big. I mean, he can, like, if you got a good enough board, but it's very unlikely. And even then, you don't have your Fever Extender, so you would basically just, like, have to do a double Fever strat. And Eerie is so tanky that if you just, like, play normally and you bring Mimi instead, the attack boost procs that you can get with Mimi just unironically makes her setup do more damage. Like, I think people have, like, told me, oh, but, like, Red Nido just does more damage than her. Like, I guess they just forget that she has the attack boost skill. And in case you don't know, it's very easy to get, like, 5 procs of the attack boost skill, which is 10% damage for everyone. That is far more than the extra damage that Red Nido gets. So, and also she's got other Soultimates can fill her gauge for chain ability. He does not. So, it's really just outside of the Eerie team where he's good, which he is pretty good for like Gate of Whimsies, where you can just get into Fever Time, and then you can use him to get like, I don't know, like Hangetsu or something. If you have Yokaiju as well, if you're like that freaking crazy, you can just like heal for a really long time. It's really good for like thrones. If like maybe the throne has like a new like for this example, if you have like treasure 6 but you can't beat 1-4 because you're not gonna grind for Arachnus, you can just bring him and get into Fever Time without having to worry about the normal, which will just like one shot you. I mean, for this example, Mika's got like revive, so but still, I mean, you can. So he's got like some cool uses, but it's actually kind of rare for instant Fever Time to be like super useful just because of the way the game has like shaped. I mean, it used to be like super duper good, but nowadays it's not as good. And if you do need to get into Fever Time fast, you're usually like doing Fever loops, and Fever looping he's not that good for. But overall, he's a pretty dang strong Yoma. Where do I put him? I feel like he's better than Head of Steam. Well, Head of Steam, it can really kill some seal stages and thrones. He's a pretty good damage dealer, but he doesn't have any utility outside of damage dealing, while Red Nido does. But Doll U's also pretty good, but I feel like Instant Fever is a little bit better than an EX pop that gets other Ultimates, just because she, like, we're just going to set him here for now. Like, Doll U is really good for, like, grinding thrones, but I mean, like, autoing thrones, but he's also good for, like, grinding them, but also has Gate of Whimsy use, but I mean, she kind of does, but not as much. He's definitely better than Komaki, a little bit better than Black Hole Asu, I would say, just for that utility, because Black Hole Asu's not even on the team. But then Yokaiju's pretty similar. Like, it's really and he is used on the team, so we're actually gonna do this. Red Nido is good for 1 fever. Yokaiju is good for like staying in fever and like doing crazy damage. Like, I've literally seen someone use Yokai. He's also a score attack character in case he wasn't broken enough. You can literally just like auto with Shogunyan and him, and then you can like auto to max damage. It's like actually ridiculous. So yeah, we'll keep Kaiju there. He's pretty dang good though. So there we go. That is the updated tier list for September, with every UZ this time. So yeah, I'll try to work on making my own list of this, so that way, because like I've had to add in every single character that I've just talked about, and then like Dead Time, Jibanyan, because like Azure just has his own things to do, so this isn't updated like 100% of the time. So I might just work on my own, so that way I can have all the UZs. I won't have any of these triple Zs that just kind of like fill up the board down here. But yeah, that is that. And I hope you enjoyed. Get your Y points up, so that way you can prepare for the very likely Y point drought. Yippee!